Hello, I'm Chuck Phillip with South Alabama Home Inspections, and welcome to another edition of Southern Home Talk. I'm going to go over briefly of what to do if you have a leak in your slab, and especially if it's an older house. And so you can see where this 3/4 inch PVC line has been cut, and so this PEX is also going to be reconnected to this, and a whole new line has been run in order to replumb the entire house. And that's probably the better course of action depending on how old the house is. And in this case, this house was built in the 1960s, and so it still has a lot of the original, if not all, the original plumbing. And so a trench was dug all the way from the meter back to the house, and you can see where these two pieces of PEX will be connected. Now also too, if you have PEX running on the outside of the house, it's going to be extremely important that this is very well insulated, not so much for freezing but to protect it from UV light. It's very susceptible to that. You can see how thick this slab is, and that's why it made finding the leak that was in the slab difficult to find. In fact, it could not be found, and so that was another reason why it was the best course of action was to replumb it. You can see coming by the water heater where access panel's been cut. You now have PEX coming down to feed that. This is coming down from the attic. So when you run PEX or any other type of plumbing into the wall, you pretty much, the best way to do this is to come in, like this is where we were on the outside, is to come right on in and go up into the attic and start making your drops down through the wall cavity. The one thing that's kind of tough is actually working in an attic, and some attics can be more challenging than others depending on how much room you have. So in this case, the attic staircase has been left down in order for cool air can enter to the attic space, so you're not working in a 110, 120 degree attic. And you can see more access panels have been cut, and this is where the PEX has dropped down again, and it's coming over here to this tub and shower. And eventually this will tie back in. You can see it running down across. This is actually going to the sink inside the bathroom. And there's another tub and shower unit on this side. And this is where you can see where the original plumbing has come up through the slab. And what you're looking at is copper tubing. And more than likely, it's maybe type L, but there's nothing wrong with running copper tubing in the slab, especially if it's type K, because it's really thick. And it does really good as far as handling expansion and contraction, and it's also sleeved. But there again, this is some really old pipe. It's probably close to 60 years of age, and all plumbing has a service life, so it's probably getting about time to replace this anyway. So you know, the short answer is this. I mean, if you have old plumbing in a house and you have the plumbing running through the slab, you know, the best thing to do is to just replumb it, and the way to do that is to come up through the wall cavity, down from the attic, and inside, and making your drops to all your fixtures. And this would be a pretty expensive project depending on how many fixtures have to be served and how big the house is. And a lot of this can be boiled down to what contractor you use as well. So the main thing is to go out and get at least 3 quotes from different plumbers to do this type of work. And also, don't pay up any front money either. If they claim they need materials, you tell them that you will buy the materials. Don't pay them until after the job is completed. So anyway, I'm Chuck Phillip with South Alabama Home Inspections. I hope this has been somewhat informative to you. Thanks for watching.